What's going on, Star Wars fans? Welcome to another Star Wars Theory. My name is John Solo, and thank you so much for stopping by. A few weeks ago, we had some huge news within our little community. The trailer for the next Star Wars film, Rogue One, was released. Some of you guys watched my reaction to it, which I will link to at the end of this video, but since then, I've been doing a ton of Star Wars related reading and research, trying to find out anything that I can about the film. A lot of people have some very interesting theories about the movie's plot and the backstory for the main character, Jyn Erso. Some people believe that she's Rey's mother, other people think that this is going to be the backstory to Captain Phasma. Side note, there's no way that second one is true, and I think I'm going to have to make a video debunking that theory because so many people keep sending it to me telling me to cover it. However, today's theory has nothing to do with Jyn Erso. Instead, we're going to be talking about this scene right here and all the mystery surrounding it. Who is this hooded figure? What is that object in the center of the room, and why are there royal guards standing around it? Admittedly, this is all speculation, but I think I've got the answers you're looking for. So let's take a look at the scene again. The two obvious questions that we're going to ask are, what's this glowing thing in the center of the room, and who's this guy in the dark robe? One idea that I've heard a lot of people latch onto is that the glowing pillar holds a giant kyber crystal inside of it, and this is something that I just can't agree with. For those of you who don't know, kyber crystals are what's used to power lightsabers. They've also been canonically used to power Sith super weapons such as the Death Star. My one problem with this theory is that the Death Star wasn't powered by one giant kyber crystal, but it was powered by multiple ones. Also, you can see at the end of the clip, the hooded figure kneels down in front of the pillar. Whoever this guy is, why would he be kneeling in front of it? I guess you could make the argument that kyber crystals do have connections with the Force, and maybe this character was kneeling down in front of it in sort of a meditative way to sort of absorb some of that connection, but I really don't think that's what's happening here. Like I said, the Death Star is powered by multiple kyber crystals, and the idea that they would all have the same type of setup as this one just doesn't really add up. In my personal opinion, the glowing pillar looks like it could be a Bacta tank. I talked about this possibility a little bit in my trailer reaction, and the more I've thought about it, the more it seems to make sense. But then the question rises, who's in the tank? I've heard some say that it's Snoke, I've heard some say that it's Plagueis, I've heard some people say that it's both because they believe Snoke and Plagueis to be the same person. No matter what your feelings are on that third idea specifically, it being one of those characters isn't totally out of the question. As we more or less know, Emperor Palpatine's master was Darth Plagueis, and Palpatine killed him, because that's seemingly what all Sith apprentices do. Now, I don't doubt that the Emperor would kill his master and then keep his body as a trophy. That seems pretty in line with the guy's personality. Put it in a Bacta tank and go admire it from time to time. Makes total sense to me. And though he killed the guy, if the hooded character was, say, Palpatine, it would make sense for him to kneel out of some degree of respect for his old master. In fact, I firmly believe that in this scene we are seeing Palpatine from behind. My only issue with this is I think it's strange for Palpatine to have the body of his old master be prominent enough in his life that he's visiting it like we see in the trailer and kneeling down in front of it, but then we don't see or hear anything about it during the entire original trilogy. Also, I don't think the genius minds behind Star Wars would finally give Plagueis a physical form just to have him be sitting in a Bacta tank. It'd be cool, don't get me wrong, but I just feel that he's way too prominent of a character for that. Instead, I'm going out on a limb and saying that this scene is the Emperor visiting Darth Vader while he's undergoing treatment in a Bacta tank. I've heard a lot of people dismiss the idea, but I think I'm onto something. Vader got really messed up during his battle on Mustafar with Obi-Wan. You can see just how badly when we see him on the table undergoing the surgery that will place him in the Darth Vader suit. With all of these severe burns and deep wounds, I don't think that just placing Darth Vader in a suit will make everything better. It'll ensure his survival, but it's more of a form of life support as opposed to treatment. If he ever wants to fully recover, he's gonna have to do something about the severe mutilation he's gone through, which just so happens to be exactly what Bacta tanks are for. Remember, after the Wampa attack on Hoth, Luke Skywalker also got placed in a Bacta tank to treat his injuries. I firmly believe that after his battle on Mustafar, Darth Vader was undergoing these treatments in the Bacta tank regularly and meditating while doing so. In fact, he may have done this before they had the meditation chamber that we see in episode 5 set up. Now, to those of you saying, but John, why would the Emperor kneel down to his apprentice? He considers himself to be the best. He wouldn't kneel down to anybody. This isn't exactly true. We actually do see Palpatine kneel down to Darth Vader one time. after his battle on Mustafar. I don't believe that the Emperor is kneeling down out of respect in this scene, but instead as a master checking in on his dying apprentice. Either that, or it's Zordon. And that's my theory. Tell me what you guys think. Be sure to leave me your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let's debate. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, share it, and subscribe for more Star Wars content. I've got the important links to my sources and social medias all in the description down below. I'll be coming at you guys next week with a theory regarding Rey and her parents. Don't forget to check back for that as well. Thank you all for watching, and may the Force be with you.